Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today we got our top 10 tips for outdoor cooking. Y'all stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to get right into it. And I was thinking the other night, a lot of you guys coming on that are just starting out at this, and some of you guys have been doing it for a long time, but you're still watching our channel, and that's great, man. We love everybody. We love everyone that's come to our channel, and it's growing like crazy. Please keep subscribing, sharing, and if you're just watching our channel for the very first time, hey, consider subscribing right now. You're going to learn a whole lot about cast iron Dutch oven cooking and any other kind of cooking you can do outdoors. So I was thinking about, those old, back in the day, I used to watch Letterman show when I worked at night. And, he always had his top 10, blah, blah, blah. So I came up with the top 10 kind of tips for everybody who's just learning how to do this kind of thing. So I'm going to do them in a reverse order, just like old Dave used to do. Sit back and we'll just chat a while. So coming in at number 10, don't be afraid to fail. Alright? Everything you try doing this kind of cooking on is not going to turn out perfectly the very first time you do it. And if it does, that would probably be a miracle, because most of the stuff we do here, when you see it here on the Backwoods Gourmet channel, that's because we've already tried it before and we figured out what not to do. That's why we're telling you what we did here, is because we probably already learned from the failures we've made, and some of our best videos have been on some of those failures. If you don't believe that, go back and look at my Dutch oven baked chicken video from a couple years ago. So coming in at number 9, cook what you and your family like. Okay, again, if you're out here on YouTube looking at my videos or other people's videos, and there's an ingredient in there that you maybe could be allergic to, one of your kids doesn't like, your wife doesn't like, Mrs. Backwoods Gourmet hates green peppers, okay? I love them. I would put them in everything, but I leave them out because she don't like them. You need to do the same thing with your cooking. If there's one thing, that just don't go over, leave it out. Number 8. Just alluded to it a minute ago. Watch the Backwoods Gourmet channel as a guide to give you the techniques to do this, not particularly a recipe. So adapt it to your own taste, adapt it to your own, regional areas, and just take it away as not a hard and fast recipe. This is not something written down in a book. You can modify that. If there's a particular kind of seasoning you like, use that, and so forth. Number 7, learn to control the heat on your fires. Okay, it's very important, and it makes all the difference in how your dish is going to turn out. Learn that trick with the Dutch ovens. If you're using a Dutch oven, you take the number of the pot, you deduct 3 for your bottom coals, and you add 3 to that number to the top coals to get to 350, 375, somewhere around there. So use that as your kind of middle ground. If you want it hotter, you're going to add to it. If you want it colder, you're going to take away from that. And again, using the other items like the Sportsman's Grill right here behind us, if you go back and look at a couple of our later videos here, you'll see that you can cook things that take very slow cook times, even on a Sportsman's Grill, like ribs, chicken, and so forth. You can't just load that thing up full of coals and expect you're going to throw chicken on there without not burning up. So learn to control your heat, no matter if it's using a Weber kettle grill, using a Sportsman's Grill, or using your Dutch oven. Alright, coming in number 6. And I would not say this is a tip, I would say this is a rule. Never use petroleum-based starter fluids to start charcoal or your fires in a smoker, in a grill, even with Dutch oven, I don't do it. Get yourself a good Weber chimney starter. Use paper. Use parts of your charcoal bag, which is what I usually recycle my charcoal bag. If it's kind of damp outside, a lot of humidity, and don't want to start it real good, drizzle a little bit of olive oil or a vegetable oil over the top of that paper. Let it soak it up, then light it. It'll work every time. No petroleum needed. Number 5, learn your gear and practice with it. Okay, no matter if it's the Weber kettle grill, we love this Concord double burner propane stove. It has its little quirks. Your Dutch ovens, you know, each kind of Dutch oven is going to cook a little different. But so practice with it. Even if you know, you're just doing something really simple. The more you do it, the more you're going to learn how your particular piece of equipment works. Now, even with a Dutch oven, it's going to work a whole lot different here in Florida, where it's always 100% humidity, than it's going to work in New Mexico or West Texas, where it's like 0 humidity. Okay, so learn how it works in your area and practice, practice, practice. Number 4, and an important one, get you some cast iron and learn how to season it properly. Okay, we've been showing you a lot of stuff about cast iron lately, how to take some new pans and kind of, you know, help them out a little bit, how to take some old pans and re-strip them down and make them awesome again. But whatever you do, get you some cast iron and learn how to season it. Number 3, have a backup plan and some alternate sources of heat. If you're going to go out and commit to doing some outdoor cooking whenever you have an opportunity to do so, it might be raining. Hey, it might be a hurricane. You can go back and look at some of our other videos there. We were out here during a hurricane cooking, still outdoors. You know, get you a nice little, you know, propane stove or camp stove. You know, lately we got a little induction hot plate that works awesome with cast iron. Grills, things like that. You know, sometimes the weather just doesn't give you the opportunity to do what you plan to do, so have an alternate. So that leads me right into number 2 on my list. And sometimes I get comments of people like, hey, I didn't check in for the weather, or don't give a crap about the weather, blah, 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 blah. Alright? Hey, it's outdoor cooking. We're at the mercy of the weather. I would say that's probably the number 1 factor in how everything's going to go, right? It could be windy, it could be hot, it could be cold, it could be freezing, it could be snowing, whatever. The weather is going to determine, A, whether you can even do it, period. If you got a little shelter like we do here on the porch, we pretty much can get away with it most of the time. Of course, we're down here in Central Florida. Now, if you're out there and on a, you know, side of a mountain in Northern California, there may be times where it's just going to be impossible. Just got to learn how to adapt in those times when the weather ain't perfect. You know, try to find you a place where you can get out, if it's raining or snowing or whatever, if you can get out from underneath it, and then learn how your equipment works differently in cold weather, hot weather, humid weather, or hey, raining and you're stuck up under your canopy at your campsite and all your kids are hollering that they're hungry. So that was number 2. I think I rated it as number 2 on my list, and I mulled over this this list for a while to put them into proper order, and it always comes back to this one for the number 1 tip from the Backwoods Gourmet for outdoor cooking. Enjoy the outdoors while you're cooking and have some fun doing it. thanks for sticking around and watching my 10 cents worth on what's so great about outdoor cooking. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, you can hit that right there. To see our last video, it's right up here. And to watch a whole playlist of cast iron Dutch oven cooking, it's right up there. We'll see you next time.